Hi, my name is Emmy. You're listening to Are You Okay? And from the Media Factory in the south end of Burlington, Vermont, this is 99.3 FM WBTV LP Burlington, streaming online at 993wbtv.org. I am joined today in the radio booth with Bobby Coe. Do you want to say hi?
Hey, thanks for having me.
Super excited to be interviewing her today. We're going to play some of her music on the show. You might be hearing a little live music from her. And she's visiting from Boston right now, but updates on that. And playing in Burlington tonight, starting at 9 p.m. at Radio Bean, and I happen to be opening for her. I'm taking off I'm switching mics today and opening for her, so super excited that we can make it work for you to come a little bit early, and really excited to be promoting the show tonight. So welcome to Are You Okay? I start all of my interviews off by asking my guests if they're doing okay today. Thought we could set the scene, just see how you're doing. Check in a little bit.
I love that. Yeah, I'm doing great. I am so happy to be back in Burlington. It's my first time here in over a year, so I'm feeling the nostalgia. It's cool driving up 89 again.
Yeah,
it's a great feeling.
Yes. I have a song called Queen of 89. I'm from the seacoast of New Hampshire, so I've spent just many an hour on 89, and have been in multiple relationships in Boston while I was in Burlington. Yeah, you know it. So very familiar with 89. Probably too familiar. Love that highway though.
Love it.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for being here. Really excited to kind of dig into your music and why you make it. But do you want to start by maybe talking a little bit about your music? Describe, if someone had never heard your music before, how would you describe yourself as an artist?
Okay, yeah. The way I like to describe my music is kind of taking the classic folk sound, kind of indie folk sound, and then combining it with that kind of neo-soul, neo-jazz influence to it. Mm-hmm. So it's got a lot going on in it, but it's very comforting. It makes you kind of want to cuddle up. It makes you feel a lot of things. Yeah. It's not always about happy things, but I think it likes to evoke a lot of emotion that's not just unpleasant.
Yeah, we were talking off mic about how all of our music is just sad and upsetting, and I think that's how it goes most of the time for most artists. I think a lot of music is just sort of somber or sad, but your music is also incredibly vibrant and really exciting, and I think that's a very cool juxtaposition to have. I have sad girl music all the way through. It's my sad whiny electric guitar.
Right.
And me, it's so cool that you sort of incorporated all of these elements that make you want to move your body and make you want to I don't know, be excited about things kind of. Do you want to talk a little bit about I feel I don't know that many people who do the indie type of music and do have that sort of funk, blues, soul undercurrent to it. How did you land on that as a style?
I think when I was younger, I was brought up on folk. I mean, a lot of Billy Joel, and then a lot of the Beatles, that kind of sound, and then in high school, all I listened to was hip-hop. I was obsessed with hip-hop.
Can we get what were you listening to?
Yeah, I was obsessed with No Name and Smino and Mick Jenkins, Raven Lenae. So they have their rap, their hip-hop, but they have so much jazz underneath.
Totally.
And that's when I started to dig into jazz, and I learned how to play jazz guitar. Not well, but I learned about the chords and just dug into it a lot more. Yeah. And I feel I didn't start finding my sound until I kind of made a combination of the two.
Yeah, for sure. I feel especially, well, I don't want to say in the 2000s, but they can be pulled apart a little bit sometimes. I think if you were to say, oh yeah, folk and hip hop, you would not find very right. It wouldn't appear that there is a lot of in between or gray area in between those two sounds. So it's really cool that you found that. Did you grew up like playing music? Like have you been like the token music girl? Like what
Totally.
was that like? Yeah,
Totally.
always. You were okay.
Yeah,
got it.
I was performing at my high school graduation.
Yes,
like,
yes,
playing
yeah.
some Noah Khan
Yes,
song.
sure,
Yeah,
of course. Weren't we all?
I think I wrote my first song when I was like 6.
Okay, got it.
First grade, whenever first grade is. I think that's around 6 years old. And like, brought it home to my parents, and they were just, okay, you wrote a song? Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you want to be? I was like, yes, I want to be a singer.
You're like, yes, I actually am already signed.
It's cool.
The label's gonna call like any day. That rocks. That's really cool.
Just holding on to that childhood dream. Most people give up on marine biologist at a point.
Totally.
No.
100%. I always like think it's so cool. It's so funny you said marine biologist. I have been a person like my whole life. I've been like, I'm gonna be a blah blah blah, and then it has changed a million times and like still has. I'm like full grown, full adult, and I'm like, I'm gonna be this when I'm older. And I have always been so envious of people who have been like, oh, I'm gonna be a marine biologist. Like my best friend when she was like 6, she like saw aquamarine. She was like, marine biologist, that's what I'm gonna be. And she just was. She went to college for it. She does it now. She like moves all over the country. Just like I'm like, wow, that's so cool. And I have this like, it's so interesting. I feel like for the arts, like that tends to be more true. Like more people I knew who were like, I want to be an artist when they were like 6 are like an artist today. Or same thing with a musician. It's so interesting how like I think that really like cuts through a lot more as opposed to someone being like, I'm gonna be an esthetician or something like that. You know what I mean? I was like, I will be a spy. Thank you.
There is nothing in the world like seeing someone who was making art from a young age actually do it.
Yeah, totally. But I know those girls, like I'm thinking about the art girls in like my middle school and high school, and they are doing art or something.
Same.
Yeah, it's
I know
cool.
those girls
Yeah,
too.
yeah. And same thing with
like,
music, like the music girlies. I'm like, yes, that's so cool.
It's awesome.
That rocks. Okay, so that was you. You were like music girl growing up through high school. You went to college at UVM. Did you pursue music there? Like, how did you end up breaking into the Burlington music scene? Which is where I saw you, by the way. I should have started with that. I like have a Bobby Coe and Hive sticker on my water bottle. I like sent it to you. I was like, just so you know.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, how did you break into that scene?
I didn't break into the scene for the first few years. I was studying agricultural science. I was playing music in my dorm room. Yeah. It was not seeing the light of day. I just had this really close friend who brought me to what is now Orlando's.
Yeah.
Before it opened.
Yes.
And she introduced me to Ryan Dempsey, who opened the bar, who is an amazing keyboardist. We ended up just having a hilarious night, jamming, making music together. We wrote a song that night. It was so fun. Cool. And Ryan was really the person to be like, hey, I would hire you to play in the house band here. Would you sing? Would you, just get people excited on open mic night? Come every Thursday. Let's do this thing. And that's how I broke in.
Wow, that never happens. That's amazing.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
He helped me make that. I feel like there's always that first... It's an agreement that you make with yourself, and it's, I'm a musician now, and it's so scary, and it's really hard to do, but once you do it, I swear, it's like a switch flips. Everyone around you sees you as a musician, too, and that was that time. I think it was 2019, and everything changed after that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I was Bobby Coe, and everyone totally knew me as it.
Yeah. Okay, how'd you get Bobby Coe?
Oh, great story. So, Coe, Bobby, I just like the name Bobby. I like that it's not super gendered. I think it's so cute. Coe was my dad's nickname in college, and it stands for Cosmos on Earth.
Oh my God.
Which was like, he was in San Francisco, total hippie, out in the park, got this random nickname, Coe. I was like, this is the coolest thing ever.
So
I need
cool.
to take it.
Wow.
So really it's Bobby Cosmos on Earth.
Wow, that's amazing. What made you want to not use your name?
I kind of like the privacy. I mean, it's not like I have thousands of listeners, but it's cool to have the separation, because it's a business at the end of the day.
Totally.
And I don't need to be attaching my name to it. It's kind of just added stress for me.
Yeah, I totally feel that. I think I've talked about this on this radio show before, but I just use my regular name when I play music and like on Spotify and stuff, and I don't want to. I like wish I had some other name. I think for like the reason you're explaining, and also just like I want a cool name that has like a cool meaning to it, and not just like my Irish last name. Like, it's just not doing it. I don't know.
That's the other part of the fun, is I get to have my Hannah Montana moment.
Totally.
Put on the wig.
Don't
the
we all?
wig.
Like, I'm just trying to have my Hannah Montana moment.
That's what we're all trying to do.
It's really messed up. And it's funny, I used to have my birth name is Emily, and then Emmy was like always my nickname, but like kind of became like when I first started doing radio, I like was using that when like not everyone in my life was calling me, but now everyone calls me Emmy. So like it felt like kind of my stage name, but now I'm like, well, now this isn't even my stage name, it's just my name. Like, no one doesn't call me Emmy, so I really can't get away with it, but it's fine. Okay, I want to listen to one of your songs, and then we're going to come back and chat a little bit more. So we're going to listen to I'll Take What I Can Get, and this is off your The Agony and the Ecstasy.
Yeah.
Is it EP? An EP?
Yep.
Okay,
EP.
Amazing. We'll listen to that and then be back with Bobby Coe on Are You Okay?
Oh, she's been trying to start a conversation. Nothing like the one they just had. And he's been succumbing to the dreary and the daily, coming down slow, moving too fast. And I know there will never be enough time. I'll take what I can get. I'll savor every breath. I'll take what I can get. I'll savor every breath. It's strange the days following a heartbreak. It ebbs and flows like waves. Idly waiting for my legs to give out, waiting for my next break. I'll savor every breath. I will take what I can get. I'll savor every breath. Take what I can get. I'll savor every breath. I'll take what I can get, and I'll savor every breath. I'll take what I can get, and I'll
Okay, we are back. Sorry, we were off mic laughing a little bit too hard. We are back with Bobby Coe on Are You Okay? We just heard I'll Take What I Can Get. Do you want to talk a little bit about that song? You were kind of listing some of the songs that you thought maybe you'd like to play and sort of saying that was more of like soft, jazzy, ballady. Tell us about that song a little bit if you want.
I'd love to. This was such a special song to make. One of my favorite songs to make. A huge shout out to my good friend Matt Weinstein, who is an amazing keyboardist. He plays in a couple of bands in Burlington. He's also playing for the Haley Jane band right now. He's so good. Cool. He sent me a voice memo of him playing his grandfather's piano. He was having a really, really hard time. A family member had just passed, and he was kind of playing this sad, melodic piano piece and sent me this just raw voice memo. I'm just like, hey, would you want to sing on this? And I listened to it and immediately was like, yes, I'm coming over tomorrow. Book me. Yeah, we're recording it. I already know what I want to say. It's perfect. Yeah. I was going through a really long, just strung out breakup at the time. It lasted way too long, and I had a lot to say. Yep. And I went to his place, into the recording studio. I kicked everyone out of the house. I was like, go away, come back in half an hour. Amazing. I'm gonna record this thing. And we ended up using the raw piano bit that he sent. Like, we tried to re-record it, and we just no, we'll mix it, post-production, and we'll make it sound good enough to release. But it's so raw, it's so emotional. It was the hardest song I've ever released because it was that vulnerable. I was so afraid to put it out. I'm glad I did, because I feel like I've released that emotion now. Yeah, for sure. I have a lot of questions now, but do you ever find it hard to play music live? Like, yeah. I feel like there's songs that I've written that I really want to play, and I'm scared, like I'm not gonna be able to do it, or something. Does that ever happen to you? Absolutely. There are no songs right now that I wouldn't play live. I've overcome some hurdles. Including that last song. I played it live once, and it was this most intense feeling in the world. I think I cried after the show. It was so hard. But I bet you can relate to this as well, and maybe other people who make really vulnerable, sad music. There is such a it's terrifying and it's vulnerable, but I think that's the point. Of making music, and that's the point. Even if it touches one person and they feel seen and they feel heard, it's so cliche, but it's so, like, that's why I do it. That's why everyone does it. You need to process. You take your emotions literally from a feeling, from an energy, to a literal physical vibration. You make it into music. That's now the emotion, and it's for others at that point. Like, you've done your job. I'm like getting goosebumps from you saying that. It's so true. I think it's easy for that to get like lost in translation, especially if you're in it. Like, especially if you're in a breakup, especially if you are writing about, like, for me, I think I have a really, really, really hard time, and have for a long time, of like writing music honestly. Like, I always feel like, oh, well, what is this person gonna think if they ever hear this? Or what will my parents think if they hear this song? Like, it's weird. I'm like, what are the 3 girls who bullied me in high school gonna think when they hear this song? Totally. And I think it really holds me back a lot, and I just think that is a really good reminder that it's like, you're doing it for you and to get it out of you, but you're also doing it for like everyone else who's ever had that feeling, which is so, like, everyone has been through a hard, long, drawn-out breakup. Like, it's so relatable, you know? Oh my God. And of course I think about it. Of course I think, oh, what if the person that I wrote this song about is hearing it and judging me for it? Oh no, I made a beautiful song about it. Yeah, totally. Oh, are you, like, judging me for that? What did you do with your emotion? Are you in therapy? Like, probably not. Yes, I love it. You're probably just, disrespecting other people. Yes, totally. Yeah, that's so fair. I know it can be hard, like, I don't know, it's hard in this town. Like, I think, sticking around in Burlington too can be really hard to, like, write honest music. I'm a
names of people in my songs type of person, and I'm
Let's go.
like,
That's awesome.
I'm like, how close of a name could we get to this person without it being the actual person,
Yeah.
so that I can like save myself in at like Radio Bean, where it's like
Yeah,
all of
yeah.
me and my peers and everyone knows everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I've changed some lyrics
Yeah.
around when I know that it could be too obvious
Got
at
it.
specific shows.
Okay, maybe we just need to be more honest and be like, it's about this person, and I'm not changing any of the lyrics.
It's delicate. It
I will
is.
never be like that. I'll be honest with you. I'm too much of a people pleaser. I will never be like, here's my song about this person and blah blah
Right.
blah.
Yeah, I think at one show I had this song, this angry song.
Yeah.
I was like totally venting about somebody, and I mentioned where they had just moved to, the city they had just moved to,
Yeah.
and they were at the show that I was playing in, so I changed the name of the city. And
But
that
that's almost
was-
like, oh, you think the song was about you think this was about you?
It
no,
was walking-
it's someone else.
It was walking a fine line there,
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Okay, so I want to know what your songwriting process is. Like, you said that you, like, your friend had sent over that piano and you were like, oh yeah, it's on, like, I've got it immediately down. Do you usually write your songs in one sitting? Like, how does that work for you?
Right. It's so funny because I would say 80 to 90% of the songs I've written are not on Spotify right now. I'm either in the midst of recording them or have
Cool.
plans to record them soon. The recent EP that I released was working with so many other musicians, producers, other singers, other musicians. It was a really collaborative project.
Cool.
And in that case, it's friends getting together and making something that we really love, especially Cam Barnes. He's one of my best friends. We would just get together and just have a nice time, drink some beers, and make music. That's not how I write songs, like, almost ever. I'm usually messing around on my guitar by myself. I find a melody that I like, and if I'm in the headspace for it, it flows really quickly from there. I'll come up with I never come up with the hook first. A lot of people come up with the hook first. Never do that. I start with the first line of the song, and I write it start to finish.
Cool.
And a lot of my songs are not verse, chorus. It takes some turns from there,
Cool.
which is pretty fun.
It's more exciting, yeah, more dynamic.
Yeah, I like to just go by feel
Yeah.
as much as possible.
Cool. Do you have advice, like, if someone wants to get into songwriting more, like, how have you found your flow through songwriting? Like, do you have to be in a certain mood to do it? Or are you like, oh, if I have the idea, I need to, like, stop and write stuff down? Like, do you have any advice in terms of just production? Like, how do you keep producing songs to put out? You
Right.
know?
It's scary. It's
Yeah.
easy to be like, have I lost it? Have I lost the ability? No, I think the best advice I can give anyone who either wants to write songs or does write songs is don't overthink yourself.
Yeah.
If you think that sounds good, write it down. Go with it. Write
Yeah.
the next verse. If you need to rework something later, that's fine. But don't get in your head, you know?
Totally.
It's so easy to think to yourself, oh, that line is so stupid. Like,
Yeah.
why would I want to write something profound or, you know, super catchy. Just move through it.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Yeah, I love that. I just listened, do you know Song Exploder, the podcast?
Oh yeah, I love that podcast.
Okay, it's amazing. It's so inspiring. And I was just on my road trip back from the Midwest. I was listening to, they just came out with one with Sam Smith, who is, like, describing how they wrote Stay With Me.
Oh,
And I was just
my.
reminded about, like, what an amazing song. Like, that's, like, the song of our generation, I feel like. So amazing.
Wow.
And they were saying that they, for so long, wanted to write, like, the most sophisticated words and for it to be very poetic, and that the reason why it clicked for them for that song is because they were just singing it like they would say it almost. Like, that whole song is so simple, you know? Yeah, and
Oh,
it
I
was just
chills
so
now.
yeah, just so honest, right? And, like, I think that that's such a good reminder. I know I get caught up in that when I'm trying to write music, which is like, well, how can I make this be, like, poetic or, like, like, mysterious or whatever? And it's like, sometimes you actually just need to write exactly how you're feeling. And, like, I think there's always this worry of being, like, cliche or corny or not, you know, I don't know, intelligent or something like that. And it's like, dude, 90% of the songs, like, that's because people relate to them. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they are cheesy, but it's like, yeah, that's the stuff that people relate to so much. So I just think I don't know, it was such a good reminder for me, I guess. And I think it's easy to get caught up in trying to sound a certain way, or like, you know, that's how you stop, I think, your natural like flow of like from your brain to a paper from happening, right?
Totally.
Okay, I want to play a couple more of your songs, and then we're going to come back and you can tell us what you're up to next, talk to us a little bit more about the show tonight, and then hopefully we're going to hear some live music from you in the booth. So we're going to play a couple of songs, but we're going to start with Imposter Syndrome, and we'll be right back with Bobby Coe on Are You Okay?
vision. You don't remind me of my inhibition, slowing down my mind in due time. What did you do to me? You got me on my knees. we cannot refrain from the locomotive riding on this train, but I'm running from it all. Hiding from her Hades, Persephone is out for one more day. But winter's coming, I can relate. Relate. What did you do to me? You got me on my knees. I got enough of reasons to go on. I could break every heart, could deny it in every song that I sing. I could wait, sit around for your call, for your boundaries to break. Sitting on my own, yeah, avoiding what's important. Been this way for way too long. I'm not being avoidant, just lost on my control. It's out of my head. You must have forgotten your life. Your silence is deafening. I could write them down. Are you playing the game or am I? Wish you would not dim my light. If you have to ask, it's probably not right.
Yeah. Couple cats clawing at my door again. Usually I let them in. As far as I've explored the rope, a low end. As far as love goes, shit, I ain't got no suspects. As far as love goes, it ain't nobody I could trust yet. As far as love goes, good weed, break a bitch down and leave her upset. Still be at my doorstep. My new flame threw me on the grill. I picked my teeth, but still ain't had a front yet. More that I could. Mama told me take care of you, so leaving you was self-love, and so was that phone call. Smoking you was real love. On the way up, you held my hand as the stone was resolute. And then I jumped out the plane lacking a cooperating parachute. Wings was pitching. Funny, we flew like pigeons. Now, we at death's door, just ding-dong ditching. I never waved goodbye to legislation. If it ain't this, it ain't that, it's situation.
What have you done to me? What have you done to me? What have you done to me? Don't know how to act, but I know you can help. All my love for free. I've been by the window, wish you would come home and be next to me, writing poetry. Thing is, I'm lost on my own expectations, thought they were implied. Funny, I've been hating all this waiting around for you to speak your lines. Why don't you speak your mind?
Yeah. Couple cats clawing at my door again. Usually I let them in. As far as I've explored the rope, a low end. As far as love goes, shit, I ain't got no suspects. As far as love goes.
How fun is this?
Oh, nice play. Let me see how you are. Let's go. Oh, it sounds great.
He watched me on the train.
Yeah. Turn it
Really something that can.
Yeah, it's pretty
Let's
low
go.
anyway.
No, it's great.
It's low energy song, so it's like so
Cool.
chill.
Oh, thank you so much, Patrick. You rock. Wait, this is so great. They were all just like, we never done this before, but let's just see it for one. Okay, I'm turning everything off. Can you go one more time for me?
Totally. I might want headphones for this.
Yeah, let's do that.
Can tell you've got that light. I say don't do this often, but I would like that every month. Will you watch me on the giant sedan? Will you? Yeah, that's cool.
All right, let's go. That rocks. Okay, I'm going to turn you all the way off so you won't be.
Nothing to hide, just someone to hold, and then we let go. 'Cause we always let go. All you have to do is see me, really see me, recognize the workings of my mind, and then touch me like something holy. And then touch me like something that is now but could never be. Like something holy. Touch me like something that is now but could never be. Wrapped up in the golden light of my bedroom, you take one look at me, then I swoon. I'm here with you. It hasn't been so easy being lonely. Oh, I'm here with you. It hasn't been so easy being lonely. Oh, I'm here with you. It hasn't been so easy being lonely. Oh, I'm here with you. It hasn't been so easy being lonely. Thank you for showing me that I'm not alone. Thank you for showing me that I'm not alone. Thank you for showing me that I'm not alone. Thank you for showing me that I'm never alone.
All right, we are back on Are You Okay? We had an extended break there because we were trying to get Bobby all set up. We were doing a first. I don't even know. This is a first for a lot of things. I don't know when we've ever had an electric guitar in here, but we made it work. Hopefully, fingers crossed, or you'll hear some like dead air and you'll know that we tried really hard, and maybe you'll just really have to come to the show tonight to like really hear what's going on. Anyway,
Which
we
you should come to.
Yes, 100%. You did hear Something Holy by Alice Phoebe Lou, an artist that we both really liked, actually, in between there for a placeholder. So you're going to hear some music by Bobby Coe. But first, I wanted to ask you, what is next for you as an artist? You told me off mic, big move is happening.
Big move. I'm moving to Colorado on Monday.
Dang.
yeah, I'm like about to, get back from Vermont, pack up and drive out there. So pretty excited. I'm moving to Boulder, Colorado. Hoping to start a band out there, gig a bunch.
Yep.
Actually, this is going to be my first go at actually making some money from music.
Amazing.
Interested in it.
Okay.
Interested.
I wonder
in
what that's
going
like.
there. Right. Yeah.
That's super.
My goal to start isn't much, but I want it to be a chunk.
Yeah.
Think it would be fun. Take it more seriously.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like there's always that balance of like, if you're not doing music, if you're not making money from music, which most musicians don't because it's very hard to do that. If you're not making money from music, then you have to have another full-time job, and then that's exhausting. So then you don't have time for the music, and it's just sort of like a cycle. Yeah. So it's really cool to like try to send that, I guess.
Right. Yeah. So my goal is part-time job, part-time music.
Yes. Amazing. Okay. And then lastly, where can people find you if they want to stream your music, if they want to follow you on Instagram?
Great. Yeah. My name on Spotify, Apple Music, everything else is Bobby Coe, Bobby space Coe. Same thing. I think my Instagram is Bobby Coe Music. Yeah. So just about the same thing. Hoping to record and release a more stripped down acoustic album when I get out there, which I'm so excited for.
Amazing.
Big things coming, as they say.
Super exciting. And last time, we'll say tonight, 9:00. It's Thursday, the 22nd right now. 9:00 at Radio Bean. Bobby Coe is playing, and I'm going to be opening. So if you want to come, tickets are $10, I think.
Yeah. Come support your cute femme artists.
Yeah, come on. Come
we
through.
Need you.
We do need you, for real. So come stop by. You can hear both of us play. And why don't you introduce the song that you're gonna play?
Okay, yeah, I was inspired to play this song from our conversation before the music break about writing in plain speak, not worrying too much about being poetic. This song just kind of tells a little story. It's about a very short interaction with somebody, with a stranger who I met, who approached me on the subway one time. And we had like a 4-day interaction, and it was very brief and very fiery, and it just needed a song. So this is that song.
Amazing. Okay, and what's the name of the song?
It's called I Would Like That Very Much.
Okay, and do you want to play your guitar so we can see? Do you hear your guitar?
Yeah, I hear it. Sounds good.
And your voice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead and take it away. Bobby Coe, thank you so much for being on Are You Okay? Really appreciate it.
No problem. Me on the train, so damn well you are really something. I can tell you've got that light. So thank you kindly, I am free on Tuesday. Can I take you out? I said don't do this often, but I would like that very much. I would like that very much. It's strange, but I can't stand the kids these days. Let's come up with some things to say. Man, I think I like your style. Feels like I've known you for a while. You said, come on into my bed. Well, I would like that very much. I would like that very much. I said he never met a girl like me before I could adore. Well, I just kissed him on the green line. He said you're sweet and hot in here, and I could drown out all my fears. Just stay with me just for the night. I think I'd like that very much. I think I'd like that very much. Well, now he's leaving me on red. I don't feel like approaching it. I could have loved him, but he's with the lads. Swear to God, if one more man drops all his bombs and leaves again, well, I don't know just what I'd do.
okay, I think I'll pass. I swear I've been there through it all, and that's all good. I like the fall, but someday soon I'd like to fall for someone I like very much. Someone I like very much.
Amazing. Ah, it was so good. Thank you so much. One more time, please go see Bobby Coe tonight, Radio Bean, 9 p.m. Thank you so much for being on the show. You're such a talent.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. This was awesome.
Okay.
I'm so excited to hang out later and play together.
Yes. Okay. I hope that everyone has a safe and happy rest of their Thursday. We've got a couple of more songs we're going to play, but thank you so much to Bobby Coe again. And yeah, come see us tonight. What else are you doing Thursday at 9 p.m.?
Come on over.
Come on.